Hello everyone and welcome again to today's video. Today I'm going to give you some tips how to do this simple bag. So I'm going to start with 8mm pearl. These are plastic pearl over here. And I'm going to use my 50-pound fishing wire and my plier. So let's get started. So I'm just cutting the line to start with. I'm going to start with 444 on the line. We are going to start with 4/4 beading. So I put 4 bead on the line and I'm crossing it into the last one. So this is how it looks like after one. So the second box, I put 1 bead on each line and I'm going to cross it with this third one. And pull like this. Now we have two boxes. So this is the third one. You repeat the same thing, 1 on each line, then you cross both ends into the third bead and pull down. So this is what you should have. This is how it should look like. Now that we know how to make it, let's make it long and create the big one. Here is what I have. And on this line, I'm going to add 3 beads. So my line can, in order for my line to turn to the side, I add 3 beads to the left line. You see, now my line turned to the side and I'll continue my beading. So this line, I'm adding 3 beads. And I'm going to cross the other line into it and pull. This is how we are going to create the second row of this line. This is how it's looking like. So I'm going to continue and I'm going to put this line into the next bead. And I'm adding 2 beads on the other line. 2 beads. So the next bead, I'm going to put the line into the next bead again and pull. Then I'm adding 2 beads over here again and cross my line into the last bead. So this is what we are going to continue to do. Make the same thing and continue all the way to the end. Then we are going to make like 9 rows. We are going to repeat the same thing 9 rows. Now that I'm done with my 9 rows, here, this is where my thread ends. So I'm going to continue with 3 beads. And over here, I'm going to create a border round the shape. So I'm starting with 3 beads. The same way we weave, we are using the same method of weave to create the border around this shape. I'm adding 2 beads to the other line. And I'm going to go to the next bead again. Now add 2 beads to the other line. The next bead, and I'm adding 2 to the other line. So this is what I'm going to repeat round the edge of the shape. I'm going to go round. And this is where I've done so far. I've done like halfway already. And I'm going to continue to the end. So here I'm on the last end. I need only 1 pearl to complete this round. Okay, now that I complete this shape, create the border, I'm going to introduce, this is how it's looking like. This is the shape you need to have. If you complete, this is how it should look like. So I'm going to introduce this spaghetti bead, this red spaghetti, swirled spaghetti bead. This is how it looks like. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. So I'm going to use this one with the pearl to continue my weaving, and this is what we are going to build on. And so I put 3 beads on the line, 1 spaghetti, 1 pearl, and 1 spaghetti. So I'm going to go through the next bead. And I'm adding 1 pearl and 1 spaghetti bead. So this is how it's going to look like. This is how we are going to put the bead on it. I'm going through the next bead, and I'll be adding 1 pearl and 1 spaghetti bead. So this is how we are going to continue with this row. I'm going through the next one. So over here too, we are going to repeat the same thing, round the shape, continue and complete it. So here I complete the first row of the shape, and this is how it's looking like. Don't worry if it's straightened up. As you continue to build on it, everything is going to come together. I'm just continuing with the second row. So I'm continuing with the second row, and this is what I pick. I'm just repeating the first thing that we read for the first row. I took 1 spaghetti, 1 pearl, and 1 spaghetti to start the second row. And this is what we are going to repeat here too. I'm going to go through the next bead, and I'll add 1 pearl and 1 spaghetti bead. We are going to continue the same way. I'm going to go to the next bead, 1 pearl and 1 spaghetti bead. So this is how we are going to continue to build. We are going to go around the shape, round 8 times. So now that I complete 3 rows, this is how it's looking like. And I'm going to continue to build on it 8 times. 1, 2, 3. I did 3 already. And here I complete the 8 rows. So here is the 8th row that I completed. This is how it's looking like. And on the edge, I'm going to continue with my beading. So we are going to use pearl all around to complete the edge. And over here I'm using 6mm pearl bead, 6mm, because I want it a little bit close. So I'm starting with 3 bead, and I'm crossing my line into the last one. Then I'm going to the next bead. The same way we start the weaving, this is what we are going to do over here all around the edge. Please don't forget to subscribe and also turn on your notification for any new video that I will be uploading. So over here, this is what I'll be repeating all around the edge of the bag. So here I'm just adding a bead to the line and crossing it through, and I'm going to the next bead, and I'll be adding 2 beads. Just take your time and weave, and make sure you are picking the right number of beads, and you'll be fine. Just trust the process, so you can also make your beautiful bag. So here I'm going to continue and weave around the edge of the bag. Continue the same way round the edges. This is how it's looking like, so neat and beautiful. And it takes a round shape and it curves a little bit into the back. So I like this, how the shape takes place. Over here, we are going to create a little bolt to make our hook over there. I'm just creating a bolt over here, so I'm going to use 2 beads on the bag to create the bolt. I'm going to the next bead and I'm adding 2 beads. I'm creating a bolt over here. Let me turn it this way so you can see clearly. Because I'm right-handed, I'm adding 3 to this line and I'm crossing the same way we weave, the same way we are going to continue, just to make a little bolt on the side. Here my belt is complete. Let's go ahead and attach the hook. This is the hook. I'm going to pull the line through, drop it down, and this is how I'm going to wrap it around the hook. This line, I'm going to add 1 bead, and I'm going to go through this bead on the bag like this and pull. Then I'm going to use 1 bead to cross both lines into it. Now I'm going to go through the next edge bead, this one right here, this one, and the next bead on the back, this one right here. Then I'm going to use 1 bead and cross both lines into it. See, that is how you do it. For the rest of the line, I'm just going to weave it back into the bead, and we are going to do the same thing to the other side too, and weave the rest of the line into the bead. So here I'm done with hooking, making the hook for both sides. We are going to put the handle on it. Here is the hook, and this is how it's looking like, so pretty and beautiful. I have this over here, it's like a claw that I'm going to hook both the handle onto the hook. This is how my handle is looking like. I start with 18mm pearls from the beginning and 15mm in the middle, then I end with 18mm again. This is how it's looking like. So I'm going to use this claw to hook both the handle and I'm going to hook this first and put the handle on it like that, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side too. So here I have the hook already, so I'm just going to open it and hook it onto the handle, and I open it and just slide the handle on it. So there you have it, and you have your bag. This is how it is. Look at how pretty it looks. You can take it anywhere. Very simple. It looks elegant. If you have any old charm, you can put it on it to look more prettier. Look at the inside. It's deep that you can put a lot of stuff in it. You can hold a lot of stuff, guys. This bag is a beautiful, beautiful bag. Thank you for watching, and thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in my next video.